अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहिल्लज़ी फ़द्दला सय्यदना व मौलाना मुहम्मदन सल्लल्लाहु तआला अलैहि वसल्लम अलल आलमीन जमीआ व अक़ामहु यौमल क़ियामति लिल मुज़निबीनल मुतलव्विसीनल ख़त्ताईनल हालिकीन शफ़ीआ फ़सल्लल्लाहु तआला वसल्लम व बारक अलैहि व अला कुल्लि मन हुवा महबूबुन व मर्दियुल लदैहि सलातन तबक़ा व तबदूमु बिदवामिल मलिकिल हय्यिल क़य्यूम व नशहदु अल्ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाहु वहदहु ला शरीक लह व नशहदु अन्ना सय्यदना व मौलाना मुहम्मदन अब्दुहु व रसूलुहु बिल हुदा व दीनिल हक़ अरसला। अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। इहदिनस सिरातल मुस्तक़ीम सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम। सदक़ल्लाहु मौलानल अज़ीम। इन्नल्लाहा व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लु अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना व नबिय्यिना व हबीबिना व मौलाना मुहम्मदिन व अला आलिहि व सहबिहि व बारिक व सल्लिम। सल्लल्लाहु अलन नबिय्यिल उम्मी व आलिहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि व सल्लम। सलातन व सलामन अलैका या रसूलल्लाह। मौलाया सल्ली व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदा अला हबीबिका खैरिल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम। या अहला बैते रसूलिल्लाहि हुब्बुकुमु फ़र्दुम मिनल्लाहि फ़िल क़ुरआनी अंज़लहु यकफ़ीकुमु मिन अज़ीमिल फ़ख्रि अन्नकुमु मल्लम युसल्लि अलैकुम ला सलाता लहू। शाह हस्त हुसैन बादशाह हस्त हुसैन दीन हस्त हुसैन दी पनाह हस्त हुसैन। सरदाद नदाद दस्त दर दस्त यजीद हक्का के बिनाए ला इलाह हस्त हुसैन। क्या बात रज़ा उस चमनिस्तान करम की, क्या बात रज़ा उस चमनिस्तान करम की। ज़हरा है कली जिसमें हुसैन और हसन फूल। शहनशाहे शहीदां हो अनोखी शान वाले हो। शहनशाहे शहीदां हो अनोखी शान वाले हो। हुसैन इब्ने अली तुम पर शहादत नाज करती है। हुसैन इब्ने अली तुम पर शहादत नाज करती है और सिबते नबी है पुश्ते नबी पर और सजदे की हालत है। सिबते नबी है पुश्ते नबी पर और सजदे की हालत है। आका ने तस्बीह बढ़ा दी, बेटा ही कुछ ऐसा है। आका ने तस्बीह बढ़ा दी, बेटा ही कुछ ऐसा है। Alhamdulillah tabaraka wa ta'ala, by the grace and mercy of Allah, we congregate this afternoon in this beautiful Jamia Masjid Bilal in Leeds, celebrating and commemorating one of the most beautiful chapters of the history of Islam, a matchless sacrifice, incredible dedication that was witnessed by the world some 1400 years ago on the plains of Karbala on Friday, the 10th of Muharramul Haram, 61st Hijrah. According to the Gregorian calendar, the date was 10th of October, 680 Hijrah. Our honorable and esteemed Da'i, Hazrat Sahibzada Muhammad Asrarul Haq Owaisi Sahib, Zida Majduhu, commanded that I have the honor of being part and parcel of this beautiful gathering. And indeed, it's an honor for myself. Wallahi Lazim, my feelings are the Shuhadae Karbala, their muqam, their rank, their status, their dignity, their honor, their taharat and purity is such that I do not find myself worthy enough or pure enough even to mention the name of Sayyiduna Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Those who are praised by Allah, many ayat of the Quran, those who are praised by the beloved of Allah, in numerous ahadith mubarakah, those who are spoken of very highly by all Sufiya, Urafa, Awliya, Allama for the last 1400 years. Their name is here to stay. Their remembrance, their zikr jameel does not need us to hold such gatherings. They are the members of the Prophet ﷺ's great family, praised by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. praised by the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. So wallah, I speak from my heart that their remembrance will continue until the day of judgment. वो हमारी याद के मोहताज नहीं है, ये हमारी खुशबख्ती है, ये हमारा मुकद्दर है कि अल्लाह ने हमें उनकी याद के लिए मुंतखब फरमाया. You've heard a very beautiful, enlightening, powerful speech by Khatib Ahl Sunnat, Hazrat Allama Saki Sahib Zida Majduhu. Shuhada Karbala, their sacrifices, their services to Islam, they are not in need of our mentionings, of our gatherings, of our celebrations. They're far greater, they're far more superior, they're far more honorable. So why then Sahib Zada Sahib with the Masjid committee and the Muqtadis, why did they feel the need of this gathering? Why gatherings are taking place not only in Bilal Masjid in Leeds, not only in Bradford, not only in the Northwest, not only in England, not only in UK, not only in Europe, globally. Every part of the world, every nook and corner of the dunya, their zikr Jamil is here to stay. Because they are maskur of Allah. All their life they remembered Allah, and now Allah has promised that I will keep your remembrance in the hearts and minds of my makhluk until the day of judgment. Quran Majid very explicitly says, فَذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ. Kaho Subhanallah. ऊंची आवाज से कहे Subhanallah. More powerfully Subhanallah. Allah says, فَذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ. Simple Urdu translation will be, तुम मुझे याद करो. Allah says this. तुम मुझे याद करो, मैं तुम्हें याद करूंगा. Does that make sense? Of course, it's the Quran. It can never be wrong. Kalam of Allah, greatest of all speeches. وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ قِيلًا. Who is more truthful than Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala? Allah only speaks the truth. Allah only speaks the haqq. So here Allah says, remember me. And the simple English translation will be, and I will remember you. Brothers, I ask you a simple question. Even after 1400 years now, are we remembering Imam Hussain or not? Loudly? Yes? Are we remembering the Shuhada Karbala? Do we remember the Sahaba? Do we remember the Tabi'een? Do we remember the Awliya? Why? They left this dunya in some cases 500 years ago, other cases 1,000 years ago, in this case 1,400 years ago. But the remembrance continues. Even today, globally, not only Muslims, even non-Muslims, highly full of praise for the martyrdom and the istiqamat and the steadfastness and the veracity of Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu. Remembrance continues. Ala Hazrat, Azimul Barakat, Mujaddide, Dino Millat, Asha Imam Ahmad Raza, Hanafi, Qadiri, Barelvi, Mujaddid, in his magnum opus Kanzul Iman Sharif, Without any hesitation, I say this. And I stand in the Masjid in front of Allama Kiram. The best Urdu translation. All the translations after this translation are based on the tarjama, illa, mashallah, on the tarjama of Allah Rahmatullah Alayhi. He doesn't simply translate, tum mujhe yaad karo, main tumhe yaad karunga. That's only translation. That's only the tarjama. But Allah goes further. In his tarjama, you find not only the tarjama, you find the tarjumani, and you all find the tafsiri tarjama of the Quran al-Majid. Allah ने tarjama किया, तुम मुझे याद करो, मैं तुम्हारा चर्चा करूंगा. मैं तुम्हारा, very different. You remember me, I will remember you. But when you say charcha karunga, this is what we are doing today. 1400 years after Karbala Sharif, we are making the charcha by the grace of Allah of the Shuhada'i Karbala. So this, remember, this mentioning, this zikr jameel is here to stay. I have had the honor of reciting a few words from the first surah of the Quran al-Majid, which you all know by heart. I know that you know these words by heart. And they are actually a dua that Allah has taught the believers. So you're studying the Quran al-Majid, the first page you open, Surah al-Fatiha, and you praise Allah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa Iyyaka nasta'een. And then the dua, Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. If you can say Subhanallah when I recite at least the Quran, that will inshallah boost my feelings for yourself. So if you can say Subhanallah loudly, please. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Oh Allah, keep us on the straight path. This is the translation. हमको सीधा रास्ता चला, कंजुल इमाम शरीफ. हमको सीधा रास्ता दिखा भी लोगों ने तर्जमा किया, वो भी अपनी जगह सही है, लेकिन उससे बेहतर तर्जमा है हमको सीधा रास्ता चला. Just now I'm sure you offered Salatul Zuhr with Hazrat Sahib. You offered 4 sunnahs in the beginning, correct? Then 4 sunnahs with Jamaat, then 2 sunnahs after that, and if Allah gave you another 2 nawafil, 12 times at least, if not 10 times, you made the same dua. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Humko seedha rasta chala. You ask Allah to keep you on the right path, the straight path. So what is this siratul mustaqim? Who's going to define it for us? How do we understand? Who's going to teach us? Allah says, Ihdinas siratal mustaqim siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Keep us on the straight path. Humko seedha rasta chala, rasta unka jin par tune in'am kiya. Rasta unka jin par tune in'am. The path of those whom you have favored. I'm connecting this ayat with the martyrdom of Imam Hussain at the muqam and martaba of the shuhada in our deen. You all know, Hazrat Sahib have told you, shaheed, martyr, plural, shuhada, dying in the way of Allah. Anybody who's killed in the way of Allah is a shaheed within the boundaries of Islam. So you're making this dua. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. Keep us on the straight path. the path of those whom you have favored. Now the beauty and the best tafsir of the Quran is the Quran itself. If the Quran itself makes wazahat and elaborates other verses, it makes it much easier for us. And there's absolutely no doubt in that tafsir. So when you are making dua, you say, Ya Allah, keep us on the straight path, the path of those whom you have favored. Allah Himself teaches us who are the favored ones. Who are the mun'am alayhim? Because here the dua is, Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Remember the word an'amta. It comes from the root word in'am. In'am. Favor, bounty, blessing, gift. In the Quran itself, if you pick up Surah An-Nisa, 4th surah, verse number 69, Allah says, وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ. In Surah Al-Fatiha, what did he say? صِرَاطَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ. Here Allah is teaching us, فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ. Whoever obeys Allah and the Messenger, they will be with those whom Allah has favored. Surah Al-Fatiha, आपको तालीम दी गई, आपको सिखाया गया, अल्लाह का हुक्म हुआ कि ये दुआ मांगो कि मैं तुम्हें उनके रास्ते पे चलाता रहूं जिन पर मैंने एहसान किया, जिन पर मैंने इनाम किया. अब यहाँ अल्लाह खुद बयान फरमाता है, अल्लाह खुद इरशाद फरमाता है, who are those whom Allah has favored? He says, فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ وَالصِّدِّيقِينَ وَالشُّهَدَاءِ وَالصَّالِحِينَ. 4 categories. There's no fifth. Hazrat Allama Sahib and Qibla Sahib Zada Sahib will correct me if I say anything wrong, inshallah. There's no fifth mentioning in this ayah. Only 4 categories, only 4 groups, only 4 jama'at of Nabiyyin, Siddiqeen, Shuhada and Salihin. They are the groups who are promised in arm of Allah by Allah. Follow the way of the prophets. Follow the way of the Siddiqoon. Follow the way of the, help me, what was the 3rd category? Shuhada and then Salihin. So Alhamdulillah, it's our good fortune that we are not only remembering another Shaheed of Islam. Shuhada you find in thousands, innumerous men and women who fought and who were killed for Islam, for Ilaye Kalimatul Haq. And they taught us, my brothers and sisters, this is how worthy your deen is. Give every sacrifice possible to preserve and safeguard the teachings of Islam for the generations to come after yourself. You give your time. You're now spending your time in the way of Allah. You give your money, your property, your business, your children. What's the biggest thing you can sacrifice for Islam? Your life. There's nothing more precious, is there? Your life. But even if you give your life in the cause of Islam, what have you given back to Allah? What have you given back? Was this life, this jaan, was it yours in the first place? No. The reality is, jaan di हुई उसी की थी. जान दी हुई उसी की थी. हक तो ये है कि हक अदा न हुआ. Even if you give your life, you give nothing back, because Allah gave you that in life in the first place. Allah says in Surah At-Tawbah, Inna Allah ashtara minal mu'minina anfusahum wa amwalahum bi anna lahumul jannah. Allah has purchased, Allah has bought from the believers their lives and their properties in return for paradise. Subhanallah, जान भी उसी ने दी, अमवाल भी उसी ने दिए, सब कुछ दे के कहता मैंने मुसलमानों से सौदा किया है, मैंने अपने मुसलमान बंदों से सौदा किया है कि उन्होंने मुझे अपनी जानें और अमवाल बेच दिए और इसके बदले में मैं उन्हें जन्नत अता फरमाऊंगा. You can't lose out. As a Muslim, you can't lose out. So keep the two ayat in mind, brothers. I'm not going to take too much of your time, inshallah. Hazrat ने इशारा कर दिया है मुझे, वो काफी है इशारा, मैं समझ गया. अश-शुहदा, third category, नबीयीन, सिद्दीकीन, शुहदा and सालिहीन. So शुहदा, martyrs, great category, great men and women of rank and merit in our deen. That in other words, Allah tells us, follow the way of the shuhada. Follow in the footsteps of the martyrs. And from the martyrs, Hazrat Sayyiduna Raqibe, Doshe, Mustafa, Noore, Nazare, Fatima, Lakhte, Jigare, Murtaza, Baradare, Hasane, Mujtaba, Sayyiduna Imam Hussain is at the top of the list. From the Shuhada, Wallah, his sacrifice is matchless. Yes, we are Sunni Muslims. We are Sunni Muslims. Even in these gatherings, we never forget the services of the Sahaba Kiram. Sahaba Kiram, Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman, of course Hazrat Ali, Ashra Mubashara, Ashab Bad, Ashab Uhud, Ashab Khandaq, all Sahaba. They also rendered their matchless services for Islam, no doubt. But the beauty of the sacrifice of Karbala is as soon as the name Muharram is mentioned, you start thinking of that battle, of that tragedy. I can't, up to now, I'm now 50. Hazrat फरमा रहे थे मेरी उम्र कितनी है Hazrat? 64 बताया आपने? मेरी भी 54 हो गई है. Up to now, sometimes you lost for words in the English language. I don't know about Hazrat, English is much better than myself. What do we call this? Tragedy? A battle? A war? There's no real English word we can define that sacrifice on the plains of Karbala Sharif. So Allah is teaching us, brothers. Allah is teaching us. Follow the way of the Shuhada. Because this is why we connected today. Anbiya, of course, greater. Siddiqun, greater in category. Third category, Shuhada. And then come Salihin. So why do we celebrate? Why? Our ulama, our mashayikh, our sadat, our teachers, every year we are reminded of this sacrifice. It's not only about mentioning the events. Nare Takbir, Nare Risalat, Nare Risalat, Hazrat Qibla Pir Habibur Rahman Sahib Mahbubi. माशाअल्लाह अल्लाह ताला हज़रत के साहिब को दराज फरमाए और आपके रूहानी और इल्मी और फिक्री फैज़ान से हम सबको मुस्तनीर फरमाए. हज़रत आप लोग हो चुके हैं. I'm going to inshallah now try to sum up. So brothers, I was saying that one of the teachings of the Quran Majid in the light of what I have said so far is that you follow in the footsteps of the Shuhada, their teachings, their guidance, their beautiful lessons. I want to leave you today with maybe 2 or 3 of beautiful aqwal mubarakah, sayings of Sayyidina Imam Hussain. हम उनसे मोहब्बत करते हैं ना? You all love him? Allah we love him. Our deen is never complete without the love of the Ahle Bayt Athhar. They spoke about that. We love him. But what does love entail? When you say you love Qibla Pir Sahib, what does that mean? When you say you love Allama Sahib, what does that mean? When you say you love your deen, what does that mean? When you say you love Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what does that entail? You follow, you implement, you practice their teachings, otherwise you're a liar. Otherwise you're a liar, because the nature of love, fitrat of mahabbat is emulation, to follow. If you truly love somebody, you will follow. ग़ालिबन हज़रत राबिया बसरिया रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा का शेर है, फरमाती है लौ काना हुब्बुका सादिक़न लअताअतहु इन्नल मुहिब्बा लिमन युहिब्बु मुतीअ. If you truly love your beloved, you will follow in his footsteps. We love Hussain Azam. Who loves him? Not all of us. If you love him, raise your hands. Jazakumullah. You all love him, ji. So, love means you follow his teaching. Yes? I want to leave you with only 2, 3 inshallah. One of his beautiful Qawl Mubarak. Allahu Akbar. He passed away at the age of 56 years, 5 months and 5 days. Some 72 members of family friends butchered in front of his very eyes. You know, before he fought, he gave a khutbah. And one of the sayings in that khutbah I've read myself with my own sinful eyes. Not heard, I've read. Before he fought, he says, oh Yazidi army, I am Ali's son, Hussain ibn Ali. And I tell you, I have never lied in my entire life. ये है तालीम, ये है तालीम. जिंदगी की आखिरी सांसें हैं. फरमाया कि मैंने पूरी जिंदगी में कभी झूठ नहीं बोला. हम मोहब्बत करने वाले हैं ना. So if we lie, are we following Hussain or are we following Yazid? True lovers will follow, implement first teaching. Never lie as far as possible. A Muslim only speaks the truth. एक और कौल मुबारक है आपका. सुभान अल्लाह. सुभान अल्लाह. बड़ा लाजवाब है, बड़ा बेमिसाल है, खास तौर से हमारे लिए जो बरतानिया में रहने वाले हैं. We're not in Pakistan. We're not in an Islamic country. We live in Leeds, okay, or maybe Bradford or vicinity. Listen to this beautiful. Wallah, it is a life-changing Qawl Mubarak. आप अमल करके देखें, इनकलाब आ जाएगा आपकी दुनिया में इंशाल्लाह. आपकी जिंदगी में your life will improve far better and you will draw yourself closer to Allah. You know what he says? Qawl Mubarak Imam Hussain. He says इबादत के 70 दरवाजे हैं. इबादत के, I don't have time to explain. इबादत के 70 दरवाजे हैं. There are 70 doors of ibadah. And he says, उनमें सबसे अफजल दरवाजा ये है कि बंदे मोमिन रिस्क के हलाल की तलब में लगा रहे. रिस्क के हलाल. If you're a Hussaini, only halal will do. Only tayyib will do. Never go anywhere near haram or impermissible livelihood or earning or eating or drinking. Only halal. And I finish with a Qawl Mubarak. Hazrat Abi Data Sahab का जिक्र किया, मैं भी कर देता हूँ. दाता साहब in his Kashful Mahjoob Sharif, एक Qawl Mubarak, बड़ा लतीफ Qawl Mubarak Imam Hussain का रज़ियल्लाहु ताला. Data Sahab mentions that Imam Hussain said, Ashfaqul Ikhwani alayka deenuk. The most shafiq and kind of all your brothers. He terms the deen as a brother here, ta'bir ki hai. Of all your brothers is your deen. The most kindest to you is your deen. So implement and practice the ahkam of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. Allah mujhe bhi, aapko bhi tawfiq ata farmaye. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. The message of Karbala is इज्जत मिल्लत बैज़ा की हिफाजत के लिए दोष पे लाख भी सर हो तो कटाते जाओ। वाहिर दावाना अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।